Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Afternoon, YouTube. Here with you today on this Sunday afternoon I don't know if you can hear, but you don't hear the traffic so much because the window is closed. Yes, I have the air conditioning on. I finally broke over when I got home last night. Had a really busy weekend and gave the air conditioner a try, and it seems to be working. I'm not one of these crazy people that sets their air conditioner down to 72 or whatever. Mine's on 80, and 80 is comfortable. I have the ceiling fan running, and it's drawing up. And like I say, it's comfortable in here for me, and it really made a big difference. It was when I got home last night, it was 89 degrees in the house. And of course the humidity was terrible. The night before it had got pretty warm, and I told that was the last night I was going to try to sleep with that kind of humidity and heat. So anyway, the reason I'm here today is to bring you a few more things I should say that I got. Before we move into the workshop, I wanted to show you this. Yes, I did get my other guitar stand in. It's on the one on the right. The one on the right is a Harmony. I bought that some years ago when I lived in Vivi, and I thought the picture that I bought it off the Finger Hut catalog. I don't know if you guys, how many of you are familiar with that, but that's where I bought it from, and I like the looks of it. It looked pretty much like my the guitar I had bought when I was dating my soon-to-be ex-wife back in the 70s, early 70s. It's not as red as I thought it would be, so but it's a nice guitar. You've probably seen my granddaughter Kylie strumming on it in several videos. So the one on the left is the Main Street guitar, which my daughter and son-in-law gave me for Christmas a couple Christmases ago, and it's a nice guitar also. And I haven't even got the protective film off of the pick guard there, so I see no need in taking it off. I mean, you know, it's not that big a deal. Anyway, that's both the guitars now on the guitar stand. They're identical. The stands are, so they both work very well, and I really like the way they look. So, anywho, I guess on that note, we'll move on into the workshop, and I'll show you what I got in there. So stand by. All right, back with you again, YouTube. Back here at the bench, and I have a couple of things that came in the mail. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, I guess. One is this little Regency compact stereo radio stereo. It's a cute little thing. It takes, I think it's 4 AA batteries. I'm not really sure though. It may be AAA. I'm not really sure. But you can see it's not really very big. I can set this up. So I don't have it hooked up. I mean, I don't have the batteries in or anything like that. I just got it. But like I said, it's AM FM stereo. Not very big. My plan is to use it here in the shop instead of that radio. I think I'm going to use this one because I like it better. I may go ahead and mount the speakers up there and put the radio itself somewhere, maybe underneath that. Let me turn this on. Anyway, this thing is small enough where I may be able to fit it right underneath those switches. and push it back in far enough to where it won't. Those two plug-ins here are not going to be there. I have more plans to rewire the bench again. And what I want to do is, when that light switch comes on, I want it to control the soldering station up here. And because sometimes, you know, if you forget to turn those off, it's not good for them to leave them on. So far I haven't forgot it, but just in case, I thought I might as well wire it into that. And I have the wire for the lights all go behind. You can see the wiring runs up through there. They all meet behind the bench, or behind the pegboard I should say, and there's a three-way extension cord type plug there where they plug into. What I'm going to do is basically run the wiring in here to the switch, and instead of the switch wire that goes to the lights up above, we'll go to another, I don't have one handy, but it's one of those power strips, which is going to be mounted basically in the back of the pegboard. I think there's an upright, well, I don't know if there's or not, but anyway, there's places to mount it back there. And I think it's got 6 outlets on it. I think I'll plug all 3 lights, and I may by that time have upgraded them to LED. I'm not really sure. Still debating on that, but that's in the works. So always changing things around here. I think I enjoy doing that more than I do anything else. But anyway, this little back to this. I think I'll probably mount it over there, and to where it basically comes on also when the bench comes on. But I'm sure it will work all right. Now, as far as the batteries are concerned, you can see the battery compartment. I believe that's large enough for AA. I didn't read it or anything like that. I've got a booklet that came with it, which tells all about it. So I will read up on it and find out. I think what I'm going to do is get there is an AC adapter also for it. You can, I'm not sure if that's where it plugs in at or not, but I think it is. So I'm gonna buy one of those. Either buy one or make one. It'll be basically the same thing as I made for that 6-volt type adapter. So let's see. There's the 4 AA batteries. I can see it now. Finally, focus a little bit. This thing is the hardest camera to focus. It does once it focuses, it seems to be pretty good, but it just takes forever to focus. Anyway, it does say 4 AA, 6-volt, 300 milliamp adapter will work. So either I'll find one of those to plug in there. Well, no, that looks like a screw head, doesn't it? I'm not really sure. I'm trying to look on the back, see if there's those things there are not. I'm pretty sure they're not adapter plugs. Let's see if this one is here. Oh, here we go. There it is right there. So that should be where we plug it in at. Get that hooked up, and like I said, I'll have it where it comes on when the light switch is turned on. I don't always have a radio playing, but I like to have a radio if you know, if at all possible. It seems to help the time go by a little bit. And the last thing I got to show you here is this little gem that I picked up at the same place as the radio came from. I think I already told you the story about the shipping on that. So this is the old Weller dual heat, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you can read that or not, how well that focuses. I think let me look at it. Yeah, it's 145, 210 watts on the dual range. The tip is not in the best shape, but that can be fixed easy enough. And it does have a crack in the case back here, which again can be fixed. It's not something that's a deal breaker. It works. I was told it worked. I haven't actually plugged it in, but I was told it works, and like I said, it shouldn't be a hard problem to fix. And it does have one light bulb. The other one has been broke out, but it could be replaced easy enough. But it seems to be, the switch of the trigger's fine. And I can fix this case. That's not a problem. Get some JB Weld or something like that to fix it with. And I'm going to try it. If it works fine, I may just, well, it does have a little bit of a spring to it there. I like I said, I'll have to take a look at that. But anyway, I bought that for chassis type welding or soldering, and sometimes the soldering station just won't get hot enough to get the solder melted on a big chassis or something with a big heat sink or something like that, and this thing will. And again, replace the tip. But other than that, it should be good. The other ones that I looked at were 100 and 140 watt, which is fine, but I think a little bit hotter. This is 145 210. Should be even better. And let's look at the other side here. Nothing on the other side. It's just used to have a label, but I think it's gone. So, but like I say, it should work just fine for what I need it for. And I've been wanting one of those for a long time, and this deal came along where I could get both the radio and that, and a decent price. I think I paid $9 something for the soldering gun, and 12 I think for the radio, and the shipping was less than $8 is what it was. So it worked out really good. So I'm happy with that, and I think that's all I have. Oh, I can tell you a little bit about my weekend. Friday we went to a place called Rascal's Fun Zone. In Whiteland, Indiana, and it's up near Greenwood, Indiana. It's basically a Chuck E. Cheese's for older kids, teenagers. And what it is they have the arcade type games, and then they have go-karts. They have like 2 or 3 different types of go-karts. They have inside go-karts. They have two inside go-karts, bumper cars, bumper boats outside. They have a mini putt course outside. They have bowling, mini bowling, or whatever you want to call it. They have 2 go-kart tracks outside with carts, and it was a nice place, and a little expensive, but my granddaughter, sweet 16 this year, so she got a little special treat, and we had the cake, and they have pizza and nachos, I think, there, so we had that. And it was a real good time, but not a real comfortable place to sit. They have those wire mesh type benches, and me, I spent a lot of time sitting. So anyway, did that Friday, and then Saturday, my granddaughter, who I attended to her graduation the Friday before last. She had a party for her graduation party, and that was at my son's house. And my job was to pick up my mother, which would be her great grandmother, and actually her great great grandmother, I should say. But anyway, and she lives in Vivi, so I had to leave out of here early, not real early, Saturday morning, and go to Vivi and pick her up and deliver her out to the party, where we stayed until I think 4 or something. And anyway, by the time I got her back home to Vivi, it was 6 something, and then made my way back here to Seymour. It was well, I had to drop my other granddaughter off. They rode with me to take her home, and so it was getting dark then, pretty dark. So I don't know, I was wore out. I do know that. So I had that day, and like I said, I don't know if I said this, but the day before we went to Rascals, I had done some shopping at Home Depot, so I've been walking around there. And the day before that, we went to Walmart, and I walked around there. And everybody says, well, you keep walking and walking and walking, and it gets easier. Well, so far it hasn't. So I just, and today I have another kind of little party for my granddaughter. We're going to have cake and ice cream at their house and give her presents and things. So that'll be at 6:30 this evening. And then I hope, well, no, I shouldn't say that. My daughter is having surgery tomorrow, and so I will be keeping both the girls tomorrow, or tonight, and probably tomorrow also. And who knows, if anything goes wrong, maybe longer, I don't know. But as of right now, it's probably 2 more nights I keep them. And which, that's fine, I don't mind that. That's not a lot of work. In fact, they usually do most of the work, and I just sit back and enjoy it. But anyway, so that's what's going on, and that's why I've had such a busy weekend. And like I said, it's I spent most of the day. I didn't get up till 10. I slept in. I was just a little tired, and from 10 till, let's see, it's 2:30 it looks like in the afternoon, and I have been watching videos just to catch up with the ones I missed, and so that's what I've been doing all day. And again, I did turn the so you can see the window, well, let's see if the window is closed there, and I do have the air on now, and so like I said, I keep it on 80, and I think that's comfortable enough for me. And if my grandson doesn't approve, then he can kick in some money for the electric bill. Like I say, I don't want to spend a lot of money on that. So, but anyway, I've talked way too long, and so hopefully here before long I'll be able to get some of this cleaned off. The next demo I want to do is of this radio playing, and maybe the soldering iron working. Get that done maybe this week sometime. But with the girls here, it's a little hectic as far as making videos and even watching videos, because they like to talk, they like to do stuff, and that's another thing. I got my oldest granddaughter, the one that turned 16, or not the oldest, but the one that turned 16. She wanted a new Wii game because they're getting a little tired of Super Mario Brothers, I guess. But Super Mario Galaxy, I got her. That's what she wanted. And the younger one of the two, she wanted Super Mario Galaxy 2. So that's what I got her, and she'll be able to open that today. She knows she's getting it, so it's no big surprise. But of course, my daughter thinks it's terrible. And I said, well, why not get them what they want? So, if you buy them something that they don't really want, they're not very happy about that. So, anywho, like I said, I'm talking way too much. I love to talk. And so I'm going to get off here and try to upload this and get it into something watchable. So you guys have a great day, and I do appreciate you watching.